Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful day at Patriot Stadium on the campus of Wayne Hills High School in Wayne, New Jersey, site of today's North 1 Group 3 State Sectional Quarterfinal, the Wayne Hills Patriots and the Teaneck Highwaymen. Good afternoon. I'm Cody Chrusciel along with Dave Suntup and John Pobanz, set to bring you all of today's action. It's the Patriots and the Highwaymen. Wayne Hills comes in at 7-2, but they have their work cut out for them today in the Teaneck Highwaymen, who come in at 5-3.
I think the Patriots have got to stop the long plays on defense. This Teaneck team is very fast. And also, Teaneck is 5-3 on the year, but their 3 losses have come against Bergen Catholic, who is ranked 4th in the state, St. Joseph's, who is ranked 5th, and Ridgewood, who is ranked 11th. In addition, John Ian will not be playing in this game, and that's a big loss because he's been improving every week, and he's a great big tight end. So Scott Schultz is going to have to fill in today. He's 6'3", and he's over 200 pounds. Hopefully he could do the job.
Wayne Hills comes in today with a real tough opponent, being the 4th seed against the 5th seed Teaneck Highwaymen. I like for this game to be rather close, Cody. I think I'd like to say Wayne Hills going to win it close, but I don't know. Teaneck might end up pulling this one out in the end. Teaneck's got 5 players that run faster than a 4.5 in the 40 time, and they're really going to be looking to run the ball up and down the field today on the Patriots.
Exactly. Going back to what you said, John, one of those big threats for the Highwaymen, Derek Thomas, the senior wide receiver. It's just really one of the premier deep threats in the state of New Jersey.
Derek Turner, 6'4", 190 pounds, is really a tall threat out there for the quarterback to go up and throw the ball to. You know he's going to outjump any player on the Wayne Hills team, and he's going to try to come down with that ball.
And Wayne Hills is going to look to stop Thomas along with the rest of the Highwaymen offense, because you know what a win today would set up? A rematch with Ramapo. The Patriots really looking forward to that. Of course, Ramapo downed the Patriots by a score of 24-20 a couple weeks ago. Wayne Hills would really like to get back on the field against the Green Raiders.
But the Patriots can't worry about Ramapo yet. They have their work cut out for them today against Teaneck, who's a very good team. It's going to be a tough game for them, but I think they can pull it out.
Going back, our predictions, guys. I'm going to go close game, Wayne Hills 24, Teaneck 20.
I'm going to go a close game, and I'm going to say Wayne Hills 21, Teaneck 20.
I'm going to take Teaneck 31-17.
Teaneck has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. Nick Warzel set to kick off. Turner and Gilbert back to receive the kick. Bouncing kick fielded by Turner. Cuts it back near the 10-yard line. He's brought down at the 13-yard line, and the Highwaymen will take over their first down.
Not the best kick there by Warzel, but it got a good Patriots bounce, and it bounced back around the 2, so the Highwaymen didn't have a lot of time to get that kick and get a big return. Good job by the Patriots special teams.
Highwaymen on the 18.
Today's game time temperature 45 degrees, and it's not too windy, so it could be worse. First and 10 for the Highwaymen. Handoff off the right side. Brought down after a gain of 1 on the carry, second down. Believe that was number 1, Brian Gilbert, the senior tailback, on the carry.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
And last week's 54-20 win over Nutley, Brian Gilbert scored 6 touchdowns, including 2 on kick returns.
2nd and 8 on the 20.
So they'll call it 2nd down and 8 from the 20-yard line. Quarterback Damian Williams under center. Give off the left side. That's Michael Culver, and he's brought down after a gain of 1 on the carry. 3rd down and 7 for the Highwaymen.
Wayne Hills has really come out these first 2 plays and really shown Teaneck they're going to try to stop that run early and often here.
And one way that the Highwaymen are very much like the Patriots, they have 2 running backs in Brian Gilbert and Michael Culver, much like the Patriots' 3-headed monster of DeSico, DeTolo, and Van Penen. So both teams are really going to be able to move the ball on the ground, and that's going to be a key to today's game.
I think on this play, the Highwaymen could go to Derek Turner, who's going to Pitt next year. He's a very speedy receiver at 6'4" and 190.
3rd and 6. Drops back to pass. Ball bobbled by number 5, David Irish. That'll drop incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Highwaymen will be forced to punt.
The pass intended for Dave Irish, incomplete.
Wayne Hills puts them to a 3-and-out there and really showing Teaneck that maybe they didn't know how well Wayne Hills Patriots defense really is.
So on 4th and 6, the Highwaymen will punt. It'll be number 86, O'Derek Turner on to punt.
Turner will punt for the Highwaymen.
Pete DeSico and Toby DeTolo stand at the Patriots' 40-yard line, set to return. Good snap. Turner gets the punt off. Not too much pressure. A short punt. It'll bounce at the Highwaymen 42-yard line and trickle out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And the Patriots start their first drive of the game at the Highwaymen 49-yard line.
Great starting field position for the Patriots here on the Teaneck 49. I mean, you got to look for Warzel to try to move the ball down the field quickly here and try to get a quick 7 on the board.
I think the Patriots should go to their running backs. I mean, they have Pete DeSico, who's had a very solid year. They have Toby DeTolo, and they have Ray Van Penen, who's had about 9 or 8 touchdowns this year. So they have a very good rushing attack and a good passing attack, with Kyle Cavanaugh and Nick Romeo as the wideouts.
1st and 10, give to DeSico off the left side. He has some room to run. He has the first down near the marker, dives out of bounds. First down, Patriots. Pete DeSico picks up 11 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Patriots.
In addition, this Wayne Hills offensive line is very big. They average over 200 pounds in weight, and they block very well. And Pete DeSico, in addition, is a very patient runner. So he gets good holes to run through.
Ball be spotted at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. 10:21 remaining in the first quarter. No score. On 1st down, Warzel gives to DeSico. DeSico dives ahead up the middle. Gain of 3 on the carry. 2nd down. Might have gotten 4 on the carry.
Wayne Hills, a team all year that hasn't really done much throwing the ball except for little screens and out passes to the fullbacks. But I'd really like to see Warzel try to test that secondary today. You don't know how well they've really played this year. And I heard their tackling's not too great.
2nd and 7. Warzel gives to DeSico up the middle. DeSico bounces off a couple tacklers. Dives ahead. Gain of 3 on the carry. 3rd down for the Patriots.
In the Highwaymen's 5 wins this year, they have outscored their opponents by a total score of 136 to 34. In their 3 losses, they have been outscored 109 to 15.
Pickup of 2, 3rd and 5.
So they'll call it 2. Gain of 2 on the carry by Pete DeSico. 3rd and 5 for the Patriots from the 36. Warzel under center gives DeSico. DeSico tries to bounce it outside to no avail. That'll bring up 4th down.
Wayne Hill's going to have to punt here unless they're going to go for it on 4th and 5. I mean, it looks as though Wayne Hills does their best running when they take the ball to the outside. I think they need to try running the ball more to the outside and stop going up the middle, getting stopped every time so far.
Cody, I would have passed in that play. I mean, Kyle Cavanaugh and Nick Romeo are good wideouts, and Scott Schultz is a good tight end. I would have thrown the ball in that.
For the Highwaymen.
4th and 5. Van Penen back to punt for the Patriots. Van Penen's punt is a good one. Fair catch called for at the 6-yard line. And Teaneck takes over there. So another nice job by the Wayne Hills kicking game. Teaneck takes over 1st and 10 from the 6.
I really got to wonder what that Teaneck player is thinking down there. Catching the ball at the 5-yard line, he must be out of his mind. In the NFL, they teach you to don't even fair catch for the ball inside the 10. I really wonder what was in his head that time.
Exactly, John. That ball surely would have bounced into the end zone. It had a lot of spin on it.
Unless he's like Dante Hall, you have to let that ball go into the end zone. Because other than Dante Hall, no one's going to return that punt for a touchdown or even get a good gain off of that.
Ball spotted at the 7. 1st and 10 for the Highwaymen. Thomas in motion towards the bottom of your screen. Give up the middle. This is Brian Gilbert, number 1 on the carry. Gain of 2 on the carry. 2nd down.
Patriots defense has done a very good job of stopping the run so far. I think Teaneck has to pass the ball now.
Pickup of 3, 2nd and about.
Call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Ball spotted on the 10-yard line. Damian Williams under center. Thomas in motion. Williams gives to the right side. Ball carried. Gain of 5 on the play.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
That was Brian Gilbert.
Tackled by
Cody, on this 3rd down play, I'd really like to see Teaneck try to throw the ball to Derek Turner. He's a tall man, 6'4", and you'd really like to see him go up and get that ball. I'm surprised they haven't tried going at him yet.
Exactly, John. Turner, one of the premier receivers in the state of New Jersey, and Damian Williams is a very, very solid, if not spectacular, quarterback. I want to see what they're going to do here. Be third and a long one. Williams under center, I form. Gives to the right side. He has the first down. That's number 5, David Irish.
David Irish looks as though to be more of a fullback in Teaneck's offense. I have him listed here as a running back. Looks to be more of a solid player at 222 pounds, 6 foot. He rumbles 8 yards for that nice first down.
Seems to be the pattern of the day. They give it to Gilbert on first and second down, and then short, third and short, second and short. They give it to Irish, who just pounds it up the middle and was able to break it outside there for the first down.
Exactly.
Moving the chains is one of the best things for an offense.
First and 10. Give to Gilbert. Gilbert cuts it up the middle. Brought down, gain of 4 on the carry. Second down for the Highwaymen.
Cody, I'm surprised the Highwaymen haven't gone to Derek Turner yet. I mean, he's a big wideout at 6'4" and 190, and he's one of the best wideouts in northern New Jersey.
Set the Teaneck lineup. Quarterback is senior number 7, Damian Williams. The 2 running backs, number 1, Brian Gilbert, and number 4, David Irish. Number 5, rather, David Irish. They also have Michael Culver seeing some action today. And the 2 wide receivers, number 2, Stanley Archel, and of course, number 86, Oderick Turner. Oderick, rather.
Officials right now talking about what the penalty is about. I'm not really understanding what's going on.
Clock stopped, 7:03 left in the first quarter from Wayne Hills High School. North 1 Group 3 State Sectional quarterfinal.
Cody, they're going to go with no penalty on the play here.
Good job by the refs. They discussed it, they realized that nothing went wrong, and they picked up the flags.
That really is great when all the refs get together and can just talk about the foul and see there really was none on the play.
It's tough because the refs have to make the call on the field because there's no instant replay in high school football like there is in the NFL.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 6 for the Highwaymen.
We're going to come out on 2nd and 6 here, Cody.
Yeah,
I
think
see
the
another run
scoreboard's
play.
Wrong. Scoreboard says first. Now they got it. 2nd and 6 from the 31. Give up the middle. Irish tries to bounce it outside. Gets nowhere. Maybe a yard on the carry. 3rd down and 5.
Dave Irish on the carry.
They tried that play before. They got the first down when it was 3rd and 1. This time they tried again. Only goes for about 2-3 yards.
Justin Dubin in on the tackle.
Cody, what do you expect on 3rd down here? Last time they had a 3rd and 5 and they ran the ball for 8 yards. Do you think they're going to go pass here?
I think they're going to try to open it up here. Give the ball to Turner.
On the 34.
It'll be 3rd and 3. Williams brings his Highwaymen to the line. I form 2 wide receivers. Williams gives up the middle. Irish has the first down and then some. He's across the 50. He's to the 40. He's finally brought down at the 35-yard line by Nick Romeo. A huge play for Teaneck on 3rd and 3. First down for the Highwaymen.
Teaneck, giant play there. 35-yard run down the field by David Irish. The trap play works really well against this Wayne Hills defense. They had no idea what was coming at them right up the middle 35 yards later.
Teaneck has a nice 2-headed monster at running back. In addition, they have Brian Gilbert, who scored 6 touchdowns last week, including 2 on kick returns.
The ball spotted on the Wayne Hills 36.
Ball spotted on the 36. 1st and 10 for the Highwaymen. Williams gives off tackle on the right side. Brian Gilbert dives ahead, knocked ahead near the first down marker. I believe he came up a little bit short.
Brian Gilbert on the carry. Joe Giampapa on the tackle.
See where they spot the ball.
Wayne Hills defense is really allowing a lot of yards on this drive so far. Ball's spotted at the 27-yard line. They've already marched 60 yards down the field. Started this drive at the 5.
One of the Patriots' goals in this game was to stop allowing the big plays, and it hasn't happened so far.
On 2nd and 1, they give on the left side. Brian Gilbert. Gilbert dives ahead near the first down marker. I believe he came up short once again.
He'll be about a yard short again. It'll be 3rd and 1 here.
Carrie, brought down by Pete DeSico.
Good spot for the Highwaymen.
Big play for the Patriots here. If Teaneck does not convert, you're looking at a 43-yard field goal.
The band bus drivers for Teaneck High School
To find
should
the
report
length of the
to
field
their
goal, you add
buses.
17
Thank
yards
you.
to the spot of the ball. And then 27 plus 17 is 43. Actually, a 44-yard field goal.
The refs will bring the chains out. And I believe they're going to say he came up a couple links short.
A few chain link short there. Yeah,
Third
Cody.
and less than
It's
a
going to be
yard.
3rd and inches here. I say Teaneck picks it up here again. They seem to have been moving the ball pretty well so far on this drive.
Going to go with Damian Williams just diving forward to get the first down.
That's a nice call, too. Quarterback sneak.
3rd and a short one. Can't even call it one from the 26-yard line. I form behind the senior Williams. Williams gives up the middle Irish. Gets knocked back. Depends on the spot of the ball. If they give him motion, it appears as though he got the first down.
Give Teaneck the first down there. He picked up the inches he needed, and it's going to be first down Teaneck Highwaymen.
Tackled by Brian Altanji and a host of Patriots.
And I don't know if you guys at home can hear, but it's really loud here today. Louder than normal, louder than when Ramapo is in here.
Highwaymen.
Well, it might be all those air horns we're hearing, Cody, you know. I mean, I don't think there's too much fan crowd making a lot of noise. It's those obnoxious air horns.
On the Patriot 25.
Will be a first down for the Highwaymen. 1st and 10 from the Patriot 25. 4:26 remaining in the first quarter, no score. Williams back to pass. Under pressure from Ogden, he launches it downfield. Turner in the end zone dives, not able to come up with the catch. 2nd down.
Williams pass intended for number 86, O'Derrick.
First time we see Damian Williams try to throw to his good friend, Derek Turner, down the field there. 25-yard pass, and just couldn't hook up in the end zone there. Looks like he threw it a little too far to the right for Derek Turner to lay out and get that one.
Good coverage by the Patriots secondary, doubling Turner on that play, not giving him any room to make the catch.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. I form. Turner and Archel, the 2 wide receivers. Turner in motion towards the bottom of your screen. Williams gives left side. Brian Gilbert brought down behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
John, going back to that 1st and 10 play where they tried to throw it to Turner in the end zone, I think the wind could have had something to do with the wind really swirling around here. You see the flags on top of the field goal post blowing from our left to right, but the flag on the other end zone blowing from right to left. I have no idea what the wind's doing here.
Yeah, the winds really are swirling around out here. It might be actually the fans in the bleachers here that are blocking some of that wind, making sort of a tunnel wind down that field there. So could be interesting how the ball flies through the air today.
If the Highwaymen do not convert here, you're looking at a 41-yard field goal. That's going to be tough in this wind.
3rd and 9 from the 24. Williams back to pass, and he is brought down by Ray Van Penen. 10 yards deep in the backfield, and Van Penen is pumped. 4th down for the Highwaymen, and I can imagine they'll be forced to punt here. Ray Van Penen came out of nowhere and brought Williams down 10 yards deep in the backfield.
Cody, I think they have to punt here. I mean, if they have a good punter, they could get out of bounds and have a good battle in the field position. I mean, 4th and 21 on the 34. That's going to be very tough to get.
And on 4th and 21, they will punt. O'Derrick Turner stands at the Patriot 48. Kyle Cavanaugh back at his own 10, set to return for the Patriots. Line drive punt. Cavanaugh wisely lets it go, and this one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots take over at the 20-yard line after a net of 14 on the punt.
Cody, I think the Patriots learned from what the Highwaymen did when they punted to them before, because the Highwaymen down the ball at the 6, when that punt by Ray Van Penen before would have easily gone in the end zone for a touchback.
Kyle Cavanaugh, a very smart kid, the senior captain, wisely let it bounce into the end zone, and the Patriots start off with decent field position at the 20-yard line.
Patriots have the ball at the 20-yard line. They're going to have to go 80 yards. That first drive, they didn't look all too good except for that first play. You got to see. They're probably going to try to run the ball again, but
First and 10 from the 20. Warzel changes it up. Giampapa moves into the slot. Nick Romeo, the wide receiver, in motion towards the bottom of your screen. Pitch on the left side. Pete DeSico, he has the entire side of the field. Near the first down marker, he dives ahead 6 yards past the first down marker. First down, gain of 16 on the carry for DeSico.
That was a great play by the Patriots there, trying to change it up. They put the fullback and the tight end in motion to think that they were going to pass, and then they did a nice toss to DeSico. There was no one on the left side of the field, and he got a big gain. Great play by the Patriots.
Great play call by Coach Olson. Shifted his entire side to the right side, and then they pitched it to DeSico, who went on the weak side, picked up 16 on the carry. First and 10 from the 36. Warzel gives to DeSico. DeSico stopped a yard deep in the backfield. Second down and 11.
Like I said before, Wayne Hills isn't going to do much running up the middle. They want to gain their yards on the ground. They're going to have to start bouncing this ball outside like they've been doing.
Patriots running backs, none of them are too big, but they're all very, very, very fast. They pick up majority of their yards going off tackle, on the sweeps, and on the delays. Set the lineup for the Patriots. The quarterback's Nick Warzel, the running back Pete DeSico, fullback Joe Giampapa, the two wide receivers Nick Romeo, the junior, and Kyle Cavanaugh, the senior. On 2nd and 12, Warzel back to pass. His and he throws complete to Giampapa in the middle of the field. Gain of 7 on the catch. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Warzel takes a big hit there, got sandwiched in between two players there. Offensive line protection was porous at best. You got to wonder where their heads are at right now.
Cody, I think you have to look for the Patriots to pass here. They should look for Nick Romeo and Kyle Cavanaugh, two very good wide receivers. Nick Romeo has been the go-to guy in the passing game all season long.
3rd and 3 from the 44. 3 men in the backfield. Warzel under center. Warzel back to pass, under pressure, gets it away to Kyle Cavanaugh for the first down and then some, and Kyle Cavanaugh is brought down at the Highwayman 35. A huge play for the Patriots on 3rd and 3, first down Wayne Hills.
That was a great first down pickup there by Nick Warzel, 18-yard toss later to Kyle Cavanaugh. They got themselves some great field position now.
John, one thing a lot of people don't realize, I know I didn't realize it until a couple of days ago, I mean, they talk about Nick Warzel. He's had his ups and his downs, but he has 13 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions this season.
That really is big. They haven't used him as throwing the ball deeply downfield this year, and he's throwing a lot more shorter passes, which work to his advantage greatly.
Be a 1st and 10 for Wayne Hills from the 35. 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter, no score. Warzel gives DeSico up the middle, spins off a tackle. Brought down, gain of 3 on the carry, second down.
Going back to that last play with Warzel to pass to Cavanaugh, that was a great job by Warzel, escaping the pressure and not throwing the ball away. Great play by Warzel.
I don't know if Teaneck has a bigger defensive line, but can the Wayne Hills offensive line please open up a hole up the middle anytime soon?
This Wayne Hills offensive line is averaging over 200 pounds, and it's been a very good unit all year. Hopefully they can open up some holes for Pete DeSico to run through.
Looks as though Wayne Hill's going to sit on this one and let the first quarter run out, score 0-0.
So at the end of the first quarter from Wayne Hills High School, first round of the North 1 Group 3 State Sectional Championship, Wayne Hills and Teaneck scoreless at 0. And as we're set to start the second quarter, we're going to be joined by Dave Rogers and Chad Cutler. Dave, what's your impression of the first quarter so far?
First quarter in most games between two quality football teams is a little bit of a feeling out process. Each team wants to see what the other team can do. Wayne Hills seems to have moderate success with the passing game, a couple big running plays. Teaneck seems to have great success running the ball. Neither team could get any points on the board. It should be different as the offensive playbooks will open up a little more in the second quarter.
Yeah, Dave, if there's one thing I've noticed about the passing game is there hasn't been enough of it, especially on the Teaneck side. I look for them to try to push the ball a little more in the second quarter, see what that brings out. You got to cut down on the runs a little bit.
That is a surprising fact, Chad. Teaneck with their great speed, as was commented in the opener, it is surprising that they don't throw the ball up more to their extremely fast receivers.
As we're ready to start the second quarter, no score from Wayne Hills High School. It's Wayne Hills ball, 2nd and 8 from the Teaneck 33.
I will say this, you certainly got the feeling of a playoff football game in the air. I mean, you got to love it. It's a nice, cold, brisk day on a November. Everything's working for both teams right now.
On 2nd and 8, Warzel brings the Patriots to the line. I form. Line will shift. Schultz in motion to the left. Warzel pitches it to DeSico, runs to the left on the strong side. Brought down out of bounds on our sideline after a gain of 1 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
Teaneck very fast on both sides of the ball. The east-west game, aside from that trickeration play where the Patriots pitch the ball outside to DeSico, is not going to work. You need to go north-south against this Teaneck defense.
Yeah, the guy who just made the tackle, Mike Culver, listen, at 5'7", 190, you add 20 pounds to that, and you probably got the real Culver.
Be 3rd and 7. Ray Van Penen in for the Patriots at running back. Kavanaugh and Romeo, the 2 wide receivers. Warzel out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Warzel back to pass. Right through the hands of Scott Schultz. Might have been a little bit overthrown. Either way, that'll bring up 4th and 7 from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Cody, Schultz will tell you, he should have had that one right through his hands. You got to come up with those little plays to get those extra yards.
Tough game for Schultz, coming in for the junior John Ine, the tight end who suffered a separated shoulder in practice earlier in the week. Schultz is trying to fill in some big shoes.
John Ine's really played outstanding for the Patriots the past few weeks. It's a really big blow for the Patriots, but I'm sure Scott Schultz will step in and do a fine job for Coach Olson. 4th and 7, the Patriots will go for it. Warzel back to pass, under pressure, overthrows Ray Van Penen. Van Penen thought it could have been a fumble. Incomplete pass. Teaneck takes over on the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Highwaymen.
Well, there's no doubt someone definitely missed an assignment because right when Warzel snapped the ball, he was running for his life. He was about to get clocked.
Wayne Hill's offensive line really has to step up. They have to do a better job than this. Warzel's been under all kinds of pressure all day long.
Excuse me, Cody. That was number 69, Sam Asner, missing his assignment on the outside linebacker from Teaneck.
1st and 10 from the 32 for the Highwaymen. 1 man in the backfield. Williams under center. Williams rolls out left, being chased by Van Penen, and he is brought down in the backfield. Ray Van Penen records his 2nd sack of the day. Van Penen stepping up for the Patriot defense.
That actually does not register as a sack because he was not going to throw the ball, but it does count as a tackle for loss. And Van Penen really stepping up his game here in this playoff game. It's impressive because he's only a sophomore.
Well, there's one thing to note about Super Ray. He is unable to run the football in this game. I was talking to him earlier this week. He has some kind of a wrist contusion, and he's unable to go. But defensively, he's going to be out there, and he makes his presence known.
2nd and 14 for the Highwaymen from their own 28. 10:34 remaining in the first quarter, no score. Williams gives to David Irish on the right side. He breaks a tackle, dives ahead to the 35-yard line, gain of 3 on the carry, 3rd down.
Irish on the carry, Toby Datolo on the tackle.
You're going to see a lot of gang tackling today, folks, which means there's going to be 3 or 4 Patriots on the ball carrier each time. Teaneck very big and very strong. They're not going to fall at the first hit. So you'll see a lot of linebackers and defensive linemen on the ball every play.
3rd and 8 from the 34. Williams under center. Irish and Gilbert in the backfield. Williams back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left, being chased by Dave Ogden. Williams launches it downfield, he was looking for number 2, Stanley Archel, overthrows him by a good 5 or 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8, and the Highwaymen will be forced to punt.
Yeah, Cody, we're going to go back to Irish just a second. This guy is a pure image of a young Jerome Bettis. He likes to take the hits. He likes to plow over people. He's not a finesse back that wants to just go out there, try to find some holes. He likes going out and peeping. And you know what? That pays dividends in the end for this club.
Be 4th and 8 for the Highwaymen. Turner on to punt for the 3rd time today. Seco and Datolo set to return for the Patriots. They stand at around the 30-yard line. Turner with a good punt. Datolo drops back, fields it at the 20, has a little bit of room to work with, cuts it up the middle, breaks the tackle, dives ahead to the 40-yard line. Nice return by Toby Datolo.
Heads up by the senior Datolo, who leads this team in rushing touchdowns. Seems DeSico's getting the touches today, but Datolo will fill in
First and 10 Patriots on their own 41.
Yeah, Derek, the Teaneck punter, he's got to do more with that. I mean, you can't just lay it right in the hands of the Patriots. You got to kick it a little deeper. Just kick it out of bounds.
First and 10 for Wayne Hills from their own 41-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. Second quarter, rather. 9:35 remaining. Warzel fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, under pressure. Hit after he throws, complete to Schultz, who has the first down on the sideline and is flipped out of bounds at the Teaneck 40-yard line. Scott Schultz stepping in for the injured John Ein with a big reception, 18 yards on first down for a Patriots first down.
That gets the butterflies out of here, folks. Schultz makes the quick out route for the tight end. It's kind of like a screen play. It's like a bailout play for Warzel when he gets some pressure. Takes it for another 15 yards, takes a big hit along the sideline. Now he's got no more butterflies. He's ready to play in this playoff game.
Schultz is a good tight end. If he shows Coach Olson what he can do, and John Ein's able to come back in this postseason, not sure if it's going to happen or not, but that gives the Patriots another option. They could always go with that 2 tight end set that's proven to be effective earlier in the season. First and 10 from the Highwayman 39. Warzel with the eye behind him. Gives to DeSico. DeSico off tackle to the left. Dives ahead. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A yard short of the first down. Gain of 9 on the carry. Second down.
Going back to that 2 tight end set, if you have 2 tight ends that have good hands and can catch the ball and move with it after they catch it, not only will your running game improve as you'll have another blocker on the line of scrimmage, but also it's very difficult to stop a passing attack with 2 tight ends. You've seen the University of Miami do it successfully with Chris Everett and your own Greg Olson from Wayne Hills, and it's gave them great success.
Flag on the play.
Flag prior to the snap.
Not sure what the call is, but by Teaneck's reaction, appears as though it'll go against Wayne Hills.
Full start against the Patriots.
That'll be a false start against the Patriots. That'll knock them back 5 yards.
Penalty.
Second and 6.
Yeah, you cannot afford for that to happen. You're making a strong push down the field right now. You cannot afford to backtrack. You have the Teaneck defense on its heels. Don't just give them an advantage. Give them back 5 yards.
They'll call it second and 7 from the 35. Warzel with the eye behind him. Drops back to pass under pressure yet again. Off the hands of Scott Schultz and intercepted. That's number 12, Travis Warren, who's brought down at the 25-yard line. Ball went off the hand of number 83, Scott Schultz, right into the hands of Travis Warren. Right man in the right place at the right time. First down for the Highwaymen.
Don't mark that down on Schultz's problems and cause for that interception. That was all Warzel right there. What happens is, learn this from a good man, Herm Edwards on TV, the coach of the Jets. If that ball is too high for a receiver, they're going to lift their hands up. It's their job to catch the ball. Generally, they'll tip it up, and that defensive back's just sitting there for the interception.
First and 10 from the 22 for the Highwaymen. Give up the middle, Brian Gilbert. Gilbert brought down after a gain of 2 on first down. That'll bring up second and 8.
Yeah, we'll go back to that interception for a second. Schultz did all he could. I mean, it probably would have worked out better if he completely missed the ball. But just as Mr. Rogers said, every receiver is taught you try to do whatever you can to catch the ball. Tipped it up, and it just goes against Warzel right there. He's got to take a little off that, and he's got to get a little closer to Schultz next time.
Nick Warzel was under pressure, did everything he could, tried to get it to Schultz, threw it off balance. Wayne Hill's offensive line, plain and simple, has to step up. Second down they give to Michael Culver off on the left side. Far sideline brought down, out of bounds, gain of 5.
Wayne Hills is doing a great job defensively today. They are keeping the speedy Teaneck backs and receivers in check. Going back to that play with the Warzel, what's happening here is Teaneck's getting great defensive pressure on him in the pocket. He's throwing with his feet moving. It's something he's not used to. He's mainly a pocket quarterback. He's not the most mobile quarterback in the state of New Jersey. So that's causing some problems for him today.
7:18 remaining in the first half from Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 0. 3rd and 3 for the Highwaymen. Williams under center. Flag on the play.
Flag prior to the snap.
That's encroachment.
Have to agree, Chad. will indeed be encroachment against the Patriots. So the Patriots continue to shoot themselves in the foot early on in this game. They have to play better football.
Oh, yeah, that's Coach Rogers right next to me. Favorite play. The hard count works almost every time.
It's really an impressive play. Teaneck coach is really making great play calls today so far.
On 1st and 10, give up the middle. No gain on the carry. That was number 5, David Irish, the fullback.
Irish on the carry, Joe Giampapa.
Irish is brought down in the backfield by Joe Giampapa, number 1, the senior linebacker.
Wayne Hills actually does have some of the most talented linebackers. They have a great linebacker core on this team. You got yes, you do have DeSico, Van Peenan, Giampapa, and the junior Justin Dubin on this team, on this linebacking core, and if they're really talented, you got your speed with Van Peenan and DeSico on the outside, and you have great strength with Dubin and Giampapa on the inside. It makes it for a very good cohesive linebacker unit.
And while we have a moment here, let's just say today's broadcast, I should say, is brought to you by Wayne. Eat it, sleep it, live it, be there. Also brought to you by Patriot Stadium. Sit back, relax, enjoy a nice Wayne Hills football game. Now, guys, I think right now this timeout, little official timeout, helps Wayne Hills catch their breath a little bit. We'll see how it turns out.
2nd and 10 from the 35. Williams under center. Drops back to pass. Good protection. He's going to scramble around a little. He's going to run it on the left sideline, out of bounds. Gain of 1 on the carry. Nobody was open. He did the smart thing. Ran ahead, shot out of bounds. 2nd and 9.
That's one of those I call a little coverage tackle where the quarterback is flushed out of the pocket because the coverage team is doing such a good job on the receivers downfield that he's forced to run out of bounds to avoid being hit.
Well, Teaneck gave him great protection right there. I mean, he had a good 10 seconds to deliver the football. It was a nice job by Wayne Hills cornerbacks to prevent that from happening.
It'll be 3rd and 7. Williams rolls out under pressure from DeSico. He's going to roll out to the right. Ball incomplete over the head of Stanley Archel, and that'll bring up 4th and 7. The Highwaymen will once again have to punt.
It is clear now that Teaneck's main point of attack is their running game with Ibis. They have a very talented running back and backs core. Their quarterback and receivers aren't linking up today, and it has been a problem for them all year. It doesn't seem their passing game has been clicking.
Guys, did you see Stanley Archil's number 2's hops? My God, did he get in the air.
Are deep for the Patriots.
4th and 7, Turner back to punt. DeSico and Toby DiTolo stand at the Patriot 20 set to receive. No pressure on the punt once again. Turner gets it off, fielded on a bounce by DiTolo. Nice block by Pete DeSico, able to spring DiTolo for another 6 yards on the return. Patriots take over 1st and 10 from the Highwaymen 30. Their own 30, rather.
Toby DiTolo nearly broke one for a big one there. He got tripped up just after that block by DeSico. It was a little unfortunate.
6 minutes remaining in the second quarter from Patriot Stadium. Wayne Hills and Teaneck scoreless.
30-yard line.
The 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 31-yard line. I form. Warzel gives. Ray Van Peenan tripped up, gain of 4 on the carry, 2nd down and 6.
Ray Van Peenan on the carry.
Yeah, there's Super Ray. I said earlier wasn't going to run the ball. Apparently he's feeling a little better. What can I do about that? I spoke to him a couple days ago. That's what he told me. Now, guys, the winner of this game plays Ramapo. Who do you think has a better chance of beating them?
Without a question about it, it's clearly the Wayne Hills Patriots. They should have won the game in the first place, the first meeting. They were driving downfield. A couple big plays in the first half cost them, but I would love to see a Wayne Hills or Ramapo rematch.
Warzel hit as he throws, gets it out to Giampapa, who takes it ahead for the first down. Gain of 14. Gain of 10, rather, on 2nd and 6. First down for the Patriots. And going back to what you were saying before, I completely agree. Wayne Hills would have the advantage rather than Teaneck playing Ramapo. Wayne Hills has seen him before. They played him to a 24-20 game last time. I'm looking forward to it if Wayne Hills is able to pull the game out today.
But Cody, if it is Teaneck that beats Wayne Hills, which I don't think is going to happen, don't you think the element of surprise will play a factor?
I mean, I think so. Both teams really so good. They can throw so much at you. I think it'll be an advantage for both teams. Also a disadvantage. On 1st and 10, Giampapa spins off, has the first down. Dives ahead, gain of 21 on 1st and 10 for Joe Giampapa. Joe Giampapa's having himself a great day early on for the Patriots.
Well, he is, and he's the reason why they're moving it on the offensive end right now. Every big play is run through Giampapa. Right there, he's pressing the X button on Madden.
Without a doubt, Joe Giampapa is this team's leader vocally. He's always pumping his team up. He's a great player, very strong, solid in all aspects of the game on both sides of the ball, offense, defense, and even play special teams.
And the Highwaymen will use their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. 5:10 remaining in the second quarter from Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 0. Going back to what we were saying before about Ramapo. Ramapo yesterday defeated Passaic Valley 38-6. That sets up a potential rematch with the Wayne Hills Patriots.
That was good for Ramapo to have a little tune-up game in the first round of the playoffs and route to their, I don't know how many consecutive state semifinal appearances this is for them. But they're looking for whoever comes out of this game. They're ready to go. They've been preparing now. They want Wayne Hills, I think. They want to beat Wayne Hills twice. They know what Wayne Hills can do. They're convinced they can beat them again.
I'm not sure of the state semifinal numbers, but if Ramapo is able to win next week, whether their opponent be the Patriots or Teaneck, that'll be their 5th straight trip to the North 1 Group 3's championship game. That shows the kind of program they've built.
Drew Gibbs, the head coach there, has really done a fantastic job with that football program. That club's always ready to play year in and year out. They have great talent. Doesn't matter who they lose in their senior class.
On 1st and 10, Kavanaugh will go in motion. Warzel gives to DeTolo. DeTolo up the middle, dives ahead, got the first down. Great second effort by Toby DeTolo, kept his legs moving.
That's Sam Asner right there, the big guy, 6'6", I do believe. Throws DeTolo past the first down marker.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice extra effort there. You do whatever you can to get another couple of yards. Add it on, you're closer to scoring now.
And Sam Asner, 6'8", 290.
He is quite the physical specimen.
First down they give once again to DeTolo. Not as good of a result this time, brought down at the line of scrimmage.
See, that's what I'm not understanding right now about the Wayne Hills play calling. You get a nice run like that. You know, you're working the ball, let's face that. Why not deliver the ball in the air and see what you can do?
I can completely agree with you, Chad. First play inside the red zone, you might want to try to take a strike at the end zone. And especially don't go back to the same play that just got you the first down before.
2nd and about 7.
So they'll say he got 3 on first down. Call it 2nd and 7 from the 16. I-form, Warzel, play action, back to pass, under pressure, scrambles up the middle, takes it himself. Good job by Nick Warzel. Gain of 6 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Nick Warzel, you've seen this. He started as a junior, but you are really seeing him manage the game a lot better now. 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Statistically, maybe not the best in the state, but he's really learning to manage the game well now. And that was one of these things where he normally would throw that away, but he's learned to tuck it down and take a run.
Even last year when Warzel was really struggling, you knew that he had all the physical aspects he needed to be a great quarterback for the Patriots, but now he's really putting the mental aspect there. He's a much smarter quarterback. On 3rd and 2, DeTolo dives ahead. He got the first down, 1st and goal for the Patriots.
What a second effort. Toby DeTolo, a very strong kid, extremely strong legs, kept his feet moving, excite that hit in the backfield, gets the first down. Very impressive.
It is very important for Wayne Hills not to turn the ball over right now. They've been hampered with that problem all season long. And you know, you're in a big game like this, a quarterfinal matchup. You want to go into halftime with a score.
They are guaranteed points here. Nick Warzel does have a decent leg here if they can just maintain possession of the ball.
1st and goal from the 8. Warzel elects to pass. He has Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, touchdown, Wayne Hills. Nick Warzel delivers an 8-yard strike to Kyle Kavanaugh in the end zone to put the Patriots on the board. 6-0 Wayne Hills.
And I have been saying this all year, every game. On the goal line, the play action pass to a receiver is unstoppable in high school football. Every defensive player is going straight to the running backs. They do not care about the receivers. It worked perfectly. Excellent play call by Coach Colson. That's why this man is over 100 wins more than his losses in his career.
Coach Olson, 144, 38, and 2 in his career. A very impressive career. Warzel on to attempt the extra point. Pete DeSico set to hold. Snap is good. Warzel's kick splits the uprights, and that'll give the Patriots a 7-0 lead as the Patriots draw first blood here in the second quarter. 3:20 remaining. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck by a score of 7-0.
Remaining in the half.
This is a very strong showing by Wayne Hills early on. Defensively, they're making stops. They're making plays. Offensively, now they're doing it all. They've thrown for a touchdown. They're running the football extremely well and with some confidence. Everything seems to be going in their favor. If this keeps up, it's going to be tough for Teaneck.
They're really moving the ball well now on offense, and they're doing a great job of stuffing the high-powered Teaneck run on defense. Here's a very important play coming off this kickoff by Warzel. Teams tend to let down after they score a touchdown. Watch out for Teaneck to get a big return here.
On Wednesday, November 24th at 6:30 p.m. in the Commons.
Warzel may want to squib kick it as he did to start the game, so as not to prevent a strong Teaneck return.
3:20 remaining in the first half. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck 7-0. Nick Warzel set to kick off after he delivered an 8-yard strike to Kyle Cavanaugh in the end zone to put the Patriots on top. Derek Turner and Brian Gilbert stand at the 10-yard line, set to return. Bouncing kick. Turner elects to field. Looked like it would have rolled out of bounds. Turner slides ahead, brought down at the 25-yard line. Good coverage by the Patriots special teams.
Yeah, if Turner did let that ball go, I think that may have gotten out of bounds for an illegal procedure where they would have got the ball in the 40.
Smart play by Warzel, though. These low line drive kicks are really preventing the Teaneck return team from doing anything special.
First and 10 for the Highwaymen from their own 25-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen for the Highwaymen. Give up the middle. Michael Culver bounces it outside. Flag on the play. I have to imagine that's holding against the Teaneck. This one will come back.
Where it was thrown right on the offensive line, so it was definitely a holding call. Referee got it right.
Jim Papa on the tackle. Flag on the play.
Seems to be some confusion. What's the call?
Have to imagine it was a holding.
It was a holding call. Holding's intent. Oh, excuse me. It was
Block in the back. I wasn't sure. The calls are similar. I wasn't sure if it was holding or block in the back. Block in the back. Sorry, Dave.
I'm sorry, but I believe a block in the back is closer to the line of scrimmage, and a clipping maybe downfield. I'm not sure about the rules.
Knock the Teaneck Highwaymen back 10 yards on 1st and 20. They elect to give to the running back Gilbert on the left side. No gain on the carry. Second down. Time winding down. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Wayne Hills leads 7-0.
Ryan Gilbert on the carry.
Got to thank the field crew here at Patriots Stadium. Torrential downpours on Friday.
Little snow too.
Yes, caused a postponement in the game, but the field looks in pretty decent condition. They did a great job getting it ready for today's game.
Be 2nd and 20 from their own 16. Williams out of the gun. Not sure what he was doing there. Gives to Irish, who takes it up the middle, gain of 3. Williams took the snap, held the ball up in the air, and then gave to Irish. I'm not sure what the point of that was.
That was a sad excuse to try to get a play action there. That was, I don't know what it was, a play action reverse.
That's all I can imagine, yeah.
It was inverted where they faked a pass and did a run. Very interesting.
Well, there had to be some confusion because you just don't usually see stuff like that. It was horrifying to watch.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 15. Ball spotted at the 20. Williams under center. He'll roll out to the left, being chased by Van Peenan. Manages to get out of the pocket, brought down at the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Patriots will have good field position after a Teaneck punt.
Van Peenan on the tackle, along with Kyle Cavanaugh.
Oh, there's a timeout here, Wayne. believe it was Wayne Hills.
Timeout.
Wayne Hill's making a great decision, getting the stop into the play. Raven Pinney's doing a great job in pursuing this quarterback on the backside. They call the timeout, try to get some more points on the ball at the end of this half with about 1:20 left.
Van Peenan only with 1 sack to show for his efforts today, but he's chased Damian Williams out of the pocket 3 times and it's forced them to make some mistakes.
While we have time, we'll pause for station identification. This is the Wayne Hills Television Network on Channel 77. The express copy, not to be redistributed, I'm sorry, without the express written consent of Wayne Hills Television. Brought to you by Wayne Be There and Patriot Stadium. Sit, relax, enjoy a nice football game.
Any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email the Wayne Hills Video Club, waynehillstv@yahoo.com. Once again, the email address is waynehillstv@yahoo.com. On 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line, Turner back to punt for the Highwaymen. DeSico and DeTolo stand at the Patriot 35-yard line, set to return. Another good kick by Turner. This one will bounce at the 38-yard line, take a Highwayman roll down at the 32-yard line. Wayne Hill starts off there. 1:08 remaining in the first half. They lead the Highwaymen by a score of 7-0.
Well, that's what Turner needed to do. That's what he failed to do on the last kick. You got to get it deep, and you got to get a bounce where it's not going against you. He did that. Wayne Hills does not have fantastic field position right now, and it makes it tough. But I will say this. If Wayne Hills scores, the momentum will just completely shift.
You really need to get the ball in the air also as a punter. That's a key.
1st and 10 from their own 32. Warzel brings the Patriots to the line. Giampapa and DeSico in the backfield, eye for him. Warzel has the ball. He has Nick Romey out at the 40-yard line, overthrows him, incomplete, second down. One thing I just noticed, the Patriots had Ray Van Peenan on the carry. It was a play action. They faked the handoff to both DeSico and Ray Van Peenan, and Warzel had the ball. I like the play call.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He had Romeo on the little skinny post, just overthrew him. It's unfortunate.
Automobiles are being ticketed on Pancake Hollow and should be removed immediately.
Second and 10 for the Patriots. 1:03 left in the second quarter. 7-0 Wayne Hills. Second down, Warzel gives to Giampapa, who has a hole up the middle, dives ahead near the first down marker. I believe he has enough.
The clock should stop here, and it does. As they reset for the first down, Wayne Hills is going to go hurry up, try to get some more points on the board.
They'll move the change, 1st and 10.
57 seconds left. They're going to have to move here.
1st and 10 from the 43. Time winding down, 48 seconds remaining. Warzel under center, offside eye. Warzel back to pass. Good protection. He has Kavanaugh in the middle of the field. Kavanaugh hit as he catches it at the 35-yard line. First down for Wayne Hills. Clock will stop. 42 seconds.
That play took about 6 seconds, and they got close to 30 yards on the play. It was a great play call, little skinny post. Teaneck is having trouble with the twin receivers on one side of the field. They're having trouble covering that type of play.
Wayne Hills, Coach Olsen doing a great job putting a lot of different offenses on the field. Teaneck's really not seeing the same thing more than once or twice early on in this game. I like it.
Well, Olsen's is into this as a player, sprinting down the sidelines, trying to keep up with his key receivers like a Kavanaugh. Now we got a timeout.
Coach Olsen has done this his entire career. He likes to use a lot of motion, a lot of different formations, and it's really produced great success with the Wayne Hills football program in his 17 years coaching here.
It's really ideal, too. The Patriots are just such a deep team. They have so many threats. It works really, really well. Patriots will use their second timeout. Clock stopped, 42 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Teaneck trails by a score of 7-0. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to play Ramapo next Friday night at Ramapo. Raiders down the Passaic Valley Hornets by a score of 38-6 yesterday. Back to the action, 1st and 10 from the 35. Warzel under center. Giampapa the lone back. Warzel back to pass. Pocket collapsing. Stays on his feet and is finally brought down at the 40-yard line. 33 seconds remaining.
Cody, aside from a turnover, that is the worst thing that could have happened. That forces time to come off the clock, and this really does hurt them.
Patriots also had to burn their final timeout, so they are out of timeouts with 33 seconds remaining.
That was actually only their, actually might have been their third and final timeout.
Yeah, it was their third because they took the one earlier in the game and then the one 2 plays ago.
You are correct, Cody.
And the scoreboard, they just changed it now. They don't have any timeouts left.
No, let's just get one thing straight. The sack was on Orrin Wilson, not Owen Wilson, the famous actor.
Teaneck with 2 timeouts remaining. 33 seconds left in the first half. Wayne Hills leads 7-0, and they're driving. They have the ball 2nd and 15 on the Teaneck 40.
Now, Dave, this question's basically towards you. I mean, you got 33 seconds left, a 2nd and 15. You know, you're approaching in red zone territory here. I would like to see maybe a pass deep. Would you go short here and try to pick up, scrap a couple extra yards, get a little closer?
Well, at this point in the game, what Wayne Hills has, I've talked to a bunch of players, they have like a package of plays here. They call it red or maroon. I'm not sure about the color. But it's 4 big pass plays where they're all going to go deep. It's all 15 yards or more routes with one bailout route.
On 2nd and 15, Warzel back to pass. 3 wide receivers being chased. Warzel throws off balance, intercepted by number 6, Jerome Brigham. Brigham brought down at the 42-yard line, so Nick Warzel continues to see the pressure, and he folded under at that time as that ball is intercepted by Jerome Brigham.
Cody, I have all the respect in the world for Nick Warzel, but you cannot afford for that to happen. Throwing on your back foot there, you either throw the ball out of bounds or you take the hit. I know taking the hit is bad, but it's not as bad as turning the ball over. You cannot afford a play like that.
Completely agree with you, Chad, and in that situation, he was outside the 2 tackles, so he could throw that ball 30 yards out of bounds. It wouldn't have mattered. It wasn't going to be an intentional grounding call.
1st and 10 for Teaneck. 23 seconds remaining. Ball on their own 32. Williams being chased. Pass incomplete, broken up by Ray Van Penen. Pass intended for number 9, Michael Hansen. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 19 seconds left.
Hansen was looking for a pass interference call, and he is not happy with our officials here.
That was just a nice play by Ray Van Penen. He was going up for the ball. That's a great play by the sophomore.
"19 seconds left now, so I mean, if you're Teaneck, you got to throw the ball deep.
Teaneck still with 2 timeouts remaining, so that will play right into their hands here with 19 seconds left in this first half. They trail the Patriots by 7. 2nd and 10, Williams out of the gun. Williams back to pass. Good protection, complete near the sideline, out of bounds. That was number 1, Brian Gilbert. They just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 10.
Williams passes
Great pressure from the Wayne Hills defense. It doesn't seem Teaneck knows or has a very clicking situation here with their passing game. The receivers, I'm not sure if there's route confusion or timing confusion with their quarterback, but everything, they seem out of sync in the passing game.
Also, Dave, a lot of the credit has to be given to the Patriots secondary. They haven't allowed any of the Teaneck receivers to break free all day. They're doing a great job. Called a gain of 1, 3rd down and 9 from the 42. Williams gives Gilbert, dives ahead, gain of 1 on the carry. That'll bring up 4th down as time will expire here in the second quarter.
Carry brought down by Justin Dubin.
We're at halftime from Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck by a score of 7-0 in the quarterfinal of the North 1 Group 3 State Sectional Final. Dave, what did you see in the first half, and what do the Patriots have to do to improve in the second half?
Well, if you're Wayne Hills right now, you're satisfied. You're not happy with your performance. You should have more points on the board, but 7-0 is a good lead. They didn't expect to be keeping this Teaneck offense in check as much, but they're doing a good job. Right now, they just need to not shoot themselves in the foot when they're inside the 30-yard line on offense.
Yeah, Cody, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a confused Teaneck team that didn't know what was coming from Wayne Hills. You could tell they don't play him every year, and it's just showing right now they're going to have to go into the halftime locker room, regroup, and I expect a completely different team to open up the second half.
This game really what we expected so far. It's a close game. Only 7 points separate the Patriots and the Highwaymen. Patriots on top 7-0.
Their field repertoire for today out of this world, spaced out across the stars, Cantina, Jetsons, and Star Trek. The Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band.
Now we're honored to be joined by Rich Stambulian. Rich, of course, covers the Patriots football and other sports for the Wayne today. Rich, just general overview, what was your opinion of the first half? How did the Patriots do?
Well, I think they did pretty well. They had a couple of mistakes here. The interception at the end cost them a chance to add some more points, and I think Nick Warzel missed. He had Ray Van Penen wide open run down the sideline, but really I think that's the only. They made a couple of mistakes, but in terms of getting points, I think that was the only one they made. It looked to me like both teams came out trying to establish the run. Neither team made their first pass attempt until late in the first quarter, and I think the Patriots have a little bit of an edge because I think they have a stronger passing game. So I think in the second half we'll see more of that, and it's been a very physical game. So I think I think the Patriots are in pretty good shape. They just have to continue what they're doing and stick with their game plan and and execute.
Were you surprised at all in the first half that the Highwaymen didn't try to go to a Derek Turner more?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, the kid is a deep threat. As Coach Olson said last week, basically he said, you guys think that Hogan from Ramapo is good? Well, this kid is better. He's a Division I athlete. He's going to University of Pittsburgh next year. He's got 30 some odd catches coming into the game, and they really had not utilized him. I think they tried to throw long to him once that I remember, and it didn't connect. But they're going to have to look to him to make a big play, because I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Patriots by continually pounding the ball. Brian Gilbert, who's a very good running back and a strong back, had one long run where he slipped a couple of tackles, but I think Teaneck is going to have to open it up in the second half and they're going to have to find a way to get Turner the ball, whether it's on a reverse or some kind of deception play, or just trying to send him on a fly pattern down the field. He's their guy who can make big plays.
And last question, Rich. We were discussing it in the first half. I'm sure you know a lot more than we do, but what can you tell us about the John Ines situation? I believe it's a separated shoulder, but how long is he going to be out?
John dislocated his shoulder. I talked to him, and I talked to a couple other people, and he said he's had trouble with that shoulder in the past, and it's kind of popped in and out. But this is the first time, as he told me, this is the first time it's ever dislocated and stayed out. So he's hoping that he'll be back in a couple of weeks. I don't know, if he can be ready for next week, if there is a next week for the Patriots. But he's clearly really disappointed he's not playing today, and I think they really miss him. John has really come on in the last half of the season. He's got tremendous hands. He runs people over when he catches the ball. He's like, he's what you want from a tight end. He's an excellent blocker. And, of course, he plays two ways. He plays on defense, too. So it was an unfortunate accident that just happened in a practice drill. Kind of a fluky thing, but you know what? That's what happens in sports. And you see Scott Schultz out there, stepping in for him and doing a pretty good job the first half.
All right, thanks a lot, Rich. Rich Stambulian of the Wayne Today. We're at halftime from Wayne Hills High School. The Patriots lead the Highwaymen by a score of 7-0. We'll be back for second half action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wayne Hills Patriot Varsity Cheerleaders.
Welcome back to second half action from Wayne Hills High School. It's the state sectional championship, North 1 Group 3. Wayne Hills Patriots lead the Teaneck Highwaymen by a score of 7-0. I'm Cody Chrusciel along with Dave Suntup and Andrew Guayam, set to bring you the second half action.
I think that the Patriots are going to continue their good defensive play in the second half. I think the passing attack is going to improve. Because obviously, that last play that they had of the first half, Coach Olsen was not happy with Nick Warzel because Ray Van Peening was open on the right side. He did not throw the ball to him, and then he threw an interception.
Overall, the Patriots have played well, even though they had to keep on their toes because Teaneck's very good and they're prone to blow open the game. Back to you, Cody.
I think it all goes back right down to the offensive line. They have to play better. They have to give Nick Warzel more time in the pocket. He's been under pressure all day, and that's forced him to make a couple of critical mistakes. Wayne Hills will receive the ball to start the second half. They lead the Highwaymen by a score of 7-0. Wayne Hills got on the board late in the second quarter on an 8-yard touchdown pass from Nick Warzel to Kyle Kavanaugh. Be number 72, Akeel Davis set to kick off for the Highwaymen. Toby DeTolo and Ray Van Peenan stand back at the Patriots 5, set to return. Davis' kick, a low kick, caught by Scott Schultz at the 25-yard line. Schultz takes it upfield, plows a couple people over, brought down at the 42-yard line. The Patriots take over there, 1st and 10.
Pretty good starting field position for the Patriots here. Hopefully they could get a big run and then some good passing plays, and hopefully they could get the ball in the end zone.
Patriots hold the 7-0 lead, and if they can hold on, they'll go on to play arch rival Ramapo next Friday night at Ramapo. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 41. Warzel brings him out to the line. I form Giampapa and DeSico in the backfield. Warzel give DeSico off tackle on the right side. He has a hole. He has the first down. He's across the 50. Dives ahead. Brought down at the 42-yard line. A Patriot first down on an 18-yard march by Pete DeSico on 1st and 10.
On the carry, brought down by Travis Warren.
Big run by DeSico to open up the second half. First down, Patriots.
That was a great run there by Pete DeSico. The offensive line has already improved, making a big hole for them, and he used his blockers well. Great run.
So Pete DeSico able to do something he was unable to in the first half, break a big run up the middle. The Patriots offensive line opened up a huge hole for him. 1st and 10 from the 44. Warzel gives up the middle. Not sure who has the carry. Either way, they're knocked back. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. It was Pete DeSico.
I think Nick Warzel should look for Kyle Kavanaugh. He's been his big target all day, making catch after catch, and he had the touchdown catch in the end zone in the second quarter.
Called a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the 44. 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Teaneck trails by a score of 7-0. Warzel up to the line under center. Second and 12. Wurzel play action, under pressure, back to pass. Ball incomplete, intended for Scott Schultz, number 83. That'll bring up third and 12.
Pass intended for number 83, Scott Schultz.
Look for Nick
Incomplete.
Wurzel to look for one of his wideouts, Nick Romeo or Kyle Cavanaugh. Nick Romeo has had a great season. He had over 600 receiving yards. He had a few touchdowns, and Kyle Cavanaugh has had a great game.
Look for Hills to run a big passing play here. Third and 12 on the Patriots 47.
Third and 12 from the 47. Wurzel with three wide receivers rather. Nick Romeo in motion to the bottom of your screen. Wurzel back to pass. He gives up the middle to Pete DeSico. DeSico has the first down. Great play fake by Nick Wurzel. I thought he still had that ball.
Brought down by Travis
Great play by the
Warren.
Patriots there. I think Teaneck was visibly fooled there. They're expecting pass on 3rd and 12. Great play.
Wurzel, the great play fake. They had three wide receivers, and Nick Romeo went in motion right in front of Nick Wurzel. I thought he had the ball. Then I thought Wurzel had it. Pete DeSico had it and broke a 12-yard run up the middle for the first down.
Nifty playmaking for the Patriots.
Highwayman 30-yard line.
First and 10 for the Patriots from the 30. Wurzel gives to DeSico. DeSico charges ahead. Gain of 5 on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
DeSico on the carry.
Andrew, what's your prediction for the second half?
Stopped by Jerome Brigham.
Even though the Patriots are leading right now, I believe that towards the end of the game, Teaneck will pick up the pace, but I think the Patriots will hold them down 10-7, my predictions. How about you, Dave?
Well, obviously the Patriots have played well on defense after that one good drive that Teaneck had, and they got it down to about the 30. I think the Patriots, if they could score here, I think they win the game.
On 2nd and 7, Wurzel gives to DeSico, who stays on his feet, manages to pick up 2 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
DeSico on the carry.
So Wayne Hills once again faces a critical 3rd down play.
Dave Irish on the
9:35
tackle.
remaining in the 3rd quarter. Wayne Hills leads the Highwaymen by a score of 7-0. First round of the state sectional playoffs, North 1 Group 3
Third and
quarterfinal.
about 4.
Cody, what do you think the Patriots are going to do here?
I have to imagine, I'm going to go with some kind of a play fake. That seemed to work well today. They have Kavanaugh and Romeo in. And we have a flag on the play. Somebody jumped. It looks like encroachment against Teaneck.
Flag prior to the snap.
It is indeed encroachment against Teaneck, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Will be a Patriots first down.
Critical play there for the Patriots. They have a whole new set of downs to go.
So one thing Teaneck really avoided in the first half that helped them keep the game at 7-0, they avoided shooting themselves in the foot. I don't believe they had any penalties, did they, Dave?
No, I don't think so.
Another flag on the play, false start. That was the tight end, Scott Schultz. Knock the Patriots back 5 yards. It'll be first down and 15.
Cody, overall, it's been a game without many flags until now.
I think that's only the 4th penalty tonight. I don't have the exact number, but
That first flag on Teaneck was a big penalty because if the Patriots did not convert that 3rd down, we would have been looking at a 41-yard field goal or a punt.
be first and 15 from the Teaneck 23-yard line. Kavanaugh in motion. Give to Pete DeSico. DeSico takes it up the middle. He'll be tackled for no gain on the carry.
DeSico on the carry.
Be 2nd and 15.
Anthony Olamaju.
There's that name again. Anthony Olamaju with his 4th tackle on the day
And
for the
Russ
Highwaymen.
Wasselheim on the tackle.
Call it a gain of 2 on the carry. 2nd down and 13. Wurzel out of the shotgun. DeSico and Giampapa. Pass complete to Kavanaugh. No, they're going to say he dropped it. Good call by the refs. They were right there. That'll bring up third down and 13.
I would go back to Kavanaugh on 3rd and 13. He's been the best receiver all day for Nick Warzo, and they have a good connection.
Also helps, Kavanaugh has a few extra inches on his defensive backs that are covering him.
3rd and 13 on about the 22.
Kavanaugh, the senior wide receiver, stands at 6'3", 192 pounds, and getting his first shot to play wide receiver at the varsity level. He has not disappointed. He's had a great season for Coach Olson. 3rd and 13. Nick Warzel will burn the Patriots' first time out of the second half. We're in the third quarter from Patriot Stadium on the campus of Wayne Hills High School. The Wayne Hills Patriots lead the Teaneck Highwaymen by a score of 7-0. Good job. Sorry, Dave.
Cody, could you see the Patriots going to one of their tight ends here?
They're going to have to go to the air here. It's 3rd down and 13. No doubt in my mind, Nick Warzel's going to pass the ball. Scott Schultz is an option. Like you said before, Kyle Kavanaugh also an option. And the guy that might sneak in there, Nick Romeo, he's had a very quiet day thus far. I look for him to step it up in the second half.
Scott Schultz is a very big target in the end zone. He's 6'3", 232. That would not be a bad option for the Patriots. John Ian is out of this game with a dislocated shoulder, and he has played great for the Patriots this year, and they have missed him a lot in this game.
He's been a key asset of the offense for the Patriots this year as well.
See Coach Olson in the Patriots huddle. 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wayne Hills leads 7-0. State sectional quarterfinal. It'll be 3rd down and 13 from the Teaneck 32. Warzel drops back to pass. Under pressure, hit as he throws in the end zone, looking for DeSico. DeSico lays out, collides with a Teaneck defender, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 13 from the 22.
Cody, what do you think they're going to do here? The field goal is about 39 yards. Do you think they're going to kick it?
Nick Warzel, the kicker. The Patriots have only attempted 2 field goals this year. Warzel's 1 for 2. He hit from 30, not sure what the miss was, but I have a feeling that they're going to go for it here. Wouldn't really surprise me. That's what they've done all year.
And if they do not get the conversion here on 4th down, the Teaneck Highwaymen would have a long field ahead of them.
Patriots will go for it. Not a bad call. 4th down and 13 from the 22-yard line. Warzel out of the shotgun. Gian Papa, the lone back, split to his right. Warzel back to pass. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off. Breaks a tackle on the left sideline near the first down, and he is brought out of bounds a yard short of the first down marker. Nick Warzel tried to cut it up the field. Gain 12. He needed a 13. It'll be Teaneck ball, 1st and 10 from the 11.
Big run for Warzel. He made something out of nothing there. Pocket collapsed on him. He just took off.
Great coverage by the Teaneck secondary. Warzel was under pressure, as he has been all day, and nobody was open. He decided to take off, came up a yard short, turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Highwaymen from the 11-yard line.
Even though the Patriots did not get the first down there, the Highwaymen have a long field ahead of them, and if the Patriots could hold them here, they're going to have good field position.
Williams gives on the left side. That's Michael Culver, number 4 on the carry. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Going back to what you said before, Dave, that was really as good as a punt. Teaneck has the ball at an 11. Even if you punted the ball, you can't ask for better field position than that. No gain on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Teaneck from the 11-yard line. 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Teaneck trails by 7. Patriots come out in their 4-4 defense. Williams gives to the left side. That's Brian Gilmore. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3rd down and 10.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
The Patriots defense has played very well this game. Very good job in the second half so far. And if they could hold them here, they're going to have good field position.
Mr. Olson has to be very proud of his men today. They've held the Teaneck to no points, and it's already 6:37 left in the third quarter.
Damian Williams brings his Highwaymen to the line on 3rd and 8 from the 14. Williams back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right under pressure. throws it away, complete to number 6. He has the first down, and he dives ahead to the 40-yard line. Number 6, that's Jerome Brigham, who had an interception early on. He stepped up big for the Highwaymen. First down on the play, a gain of 26.
Kyle Cavanaugh in on the tackle.
It looks like Damian Williams was looking for his big target, Derek Turner, but then he found Jerome Brigham wide open, and he completed the pass.
Big play for the Teaneck Highwaymen.
First and 10 from their own 40, 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Williams back to pass, complete to Turner on the left side at the line of scrimmage. She breaks away, fumbles the ball is loose. Ball still loose. Number 6, Jerome Brigham, able to dive on it. The Patriots had a golden opportunity. They chose to pick it up rather than dive on it, and Brigham able to recover for the Teaneck Highwaymen.
Highwaymen dodged the bullet there. Had a whole new set of downs, but they dodged trouble.
I think the Patriots just should have dove on the ball. In this point of the game, they're up 7-0. It's been a defensive game the whole way. You don't really need the yards, and they didn't have a clear path to the end zone. Just dive on the ball and get your defense off the field.
First down on the Patriot 45.
First and 10 for Teaneck from the Patriot 45. Williams with the eye for him. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Williams back to pass, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, looking for Turner. He has him wide open. Turner catches it. Touchdown for the Highwaymen. A 45-yard touchdown pass from Damian Williams to number 86, Derek Turner, to put the Teaneck Highwaymen within 1. They now trail 7-6.
The mistake was costly for the Patriots because they didn't dive on the ball. The Highwaymen got the ball. They had a whole new set of downs. And Derek Turner is a very talented wideout, and he's very big. He's 6'4" and 190 pounds.
Sorry, Cody. Big turnaround for the Highwaymen here. They drove the whole field, and Damian Williams showed his leadership and brought him to a touchdown.
Damian Williams set to hold Chaz Fertel on to attempt the extra point that will tie this game up for the Highwaymen, rather. Looks like there was a false start there. The way the kick is good, and we have a tie ball game. 5:22 remaining in the third quarter from Wayne Hills High School. The Highwaymen and the Patriots tied at 7 in the North 1 Group 3 quarterfinals. Going back to what we've been saying all game, Derek Turner is just so explosive, so fast. I'm not sure who was covering him, but he just absolutely exploded once he hit the 20-yard line. It was wide open, nobody within 10 yards of him. Damian Williams with a great pass for the touchdown.
Damian Williams has been looking for Derek Turner the whole game, and he found him for a big putt.
We were discussing in halftime when we had Rich Stambulian on to the wing today. He said, I asked him, are you surprised that Teaneck hasn't gone to Turner? And he said, absolutely. Turner is just one of the premier playmakers in the state of New Jersey. He's going to be playing football at Pittsburgh next year. He's going to do great things for a Panthers team.
For the Patriots, Akil Davis will kick off for Teaneck.
Akil Davis set to kick off to Ray Van Peenan and Toby Tolo, who stand inside the 10-yard line for the Patriots. 5:22 remaining in the third quarter. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7. A low kick, another low kick. This one fielded by Colin Wiseman. Wiseman takes it ahead, tackled at the 35-yard line. The Patriots will start there with pretty good field position.
Cody, what do you think the kickoff person for the Highwaymen is trying to do? Do you think he's trying to have the ball bounce and hopefully have the Patriots pick it up like inside the 10?
I think he's really just trying to keep it away from Toby Tolo, who's had a surprisingly good day returning kicks. He's always been a pretty good kick returner. He's been exploding today. A couple great kick returns. First and 10 for the Patriots from their own 35. Score tied at 7, 5:16 remaining in the third quarter. Warzel, play action, back to pass, being chased out of the pocket, looking downfield for Nick Romeo. Romeo turns, comes back across the field. Wind got a piece of that ball, knocked down, incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down.
That's what Nick Warzel is, a playmaker. He looked on a big one to Romeo that play, but did not convert.
Nick Romeo is wide open. Warzel threw the ball up. It wasn't a bad pass. It got caught up in the wind. Romeo had to turn around. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Warzel brings the Patriots to the line. I form Giampapa and DeSico in the backfield. Cavanaugh and Romeo, the 2 wide receivers. On 2nd down, they give to DeSico, who tries to bounce it outside. Gets maybe a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Cody, do you think the Patriots are going to try to do another surprise run here?
It's hard to say, Dave. They've shown they can really do a little bit of everything. Haven't really been too predictable, which I guess is what Coach Olsen was going for. I'm going to go with the play action, though. I just have that gut feeling. 6 men on the line for the Patriots. Warzel under pressure. The ball is loose. The ball is loose, and Warzel is able to dive back on top of it to prevent a horrible turnover for the Patriots. At least it'll give them an opportunity to punt it away. Warzel put the ball on the ground. Smart play to dive on top of that. 4th and 10.
Nick Warzel, even though he lost the ball, he made a very smart play to dive on the ball, because if he did not dive on that ball and the Highwaymen recovered, they would have had very good field position.
Ray Van Penen on to punt for the Patriots, his 2nd punt of the day. His first punt pinned the Highwaymen back inside their own 10-yard line. Van Penen with a pretty good punt, a high punt. Fair catch called for. Ball take a Patriot bounce, and it'll bounce all the way inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So a good punt by Ray Van Penen on 4th down, and the Highwaymen take over at the 18-yard line, 1st down and 10. 3:43 remaining in the third quarter from Wayne Hills High School in Wayne, New Jersey. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7.
I think the kick returner should have called a fair catch there. I mean, letting the ball bounce was not smart because it went inside the 20, and they lost about 10 yards by letting that ball bounce.
Kick returner Brian Gilbert, he called fair catch. Thought the ball was going to bounce back the other way is my best guess. Elected to let it bounce, and it bounced about 15 yards back. Took a Patriot bounce. Good job by the Patriots special team, rather.
Saved them from the disaster there, Cody. They didn't have a good punt there. They could have been in deep trouble for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Timeout, Teaneck.
Teaneck uses their first timeout. 3:43 remaining in the third quarter. Teaneck and Wayne Hills tied at 7. Any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email us, WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com. That address again, WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com. If you're just joining us, it's the quarterfinal of the North 1 Group 3 State Sectional Championship. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7, 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're in a Teaneck timeout. On 1st and 10 from the 18, Damian Williams brings the Highwaymen up to the line. Single back, Gilbert in the backfield. They'll give to David Irish, who is lined up in the slot for no gain on 1st down. Irish actually lost 2 on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 from the 16.
The Highwaymen had made their play calls in bunches. On the last drive, they had a lot of passing plays. And the first drive, on their first few drives, they had a lot of rushing plays.
And all the air horns are making Patriot Stadium very loud today.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Time winding down in the third quarter, 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Highwaymen have the ball, 2nd and 12 from their own 17. Williams with Irish and Gilbert in the backfield. Williams rolls out to his right. He's going to take it himself. tries to cut it back. Van Penen will bring him down, tackles him out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Gain of 3 on the carry. 3rd down and 9 for the Highwaymen.
Didn't fool anyone there, Cody. Van Penen had him the whole time. He was on his track.
Ray Van Penen continues to be all over the field for the Patriots defense. He really has been the star out there today.
Van Penen, only a sophomore, has been a key part of the Patriots this year.
Van Penen with 20 tackles on the season. Also 2 interceptions for the Patriots. Third down and 7 for Teaneck from their own 22-yard line. Williams with Gilmore and Irish in the backfield. Williams back to pass. He is brought down at the 6-yard line by Pete DeSico. A huge defensive play by Pete DeSico on 3rd and 7. Will force the Highwaymen to punt, and it is very loud here.
That was a great play by Pete DeSico. He exploded after that ball was hiked, and he sacked Damian Williams at the 6-yard line. Great play.
Big play for the Patriots. 4th and 21 on the Highwaymen's own 9. They bring in the special teams to punt.
Patriots are going to have very good field position on this drive.
Derek Turner back to punt. DeSico and DeTolo stand at the 50-yard line. Good snap. Decent pressure. Turner's punt. Not bad. Take a Patriot bounce. They'll take over at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Patriots, and they have a very good shot to put 7 more points on the board.
This is a great opportunity here for the Patriots. They have a short field, a good running attack that could pick up yards in bunches, and they have a good passing attack with good wide receivers and good tight ends.
Look for Warzel to not only look for Kyle Kavanaugh downfield, but to mix in some receivers such as his backs and tight ends. He's got good continuity back there with his offense.
1st and 10 from the Highwaymen 37. Warzel gives up the middle. Pete DeSico dives ahead. Gain of 3 on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
After that last defensive stop for the Patriots, Patriot Stadium was rocking. They were loud and cheering. I've never heard it this loud.
Anthony Olamaju on the tackle for the Highwaymen.
Minute and 24 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7 here from Patriot Stadium in Wayne, New Jersey. Warzel brings the Patriots to the line. 2nd and 7 from the 34. Warzel give to Giampapa. Giampapa spins off tackle, lower his shoulders, dives ahead. 1st down and then some. Gain of 11 on the carry for Joe Giampapa. 1st down for the Patriots, and they have something going here late in the 3rd quarter.
That was a great run there by Giampapa. He deked out a few tacklers and had a big gain there. One of the best downs in the game for an offense is to move the chains. And for the defense, it's one of their worst nightmares.
There you see Joe Giampapa on your screen.
1st down, Patriots. The ball spotted on the 22-yard line.
Be 1st and 10 for the Patriots from their Highwaymen, 22-yard line. Inside a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Patriots offense goes in motion, pitch to the strong side. Ray Van Penen cuts it outside, cuts it back towards the middle near the 1st down marker, brought down there. Gain of at least 9, maybe more on 1st down for Ray Van Penen. And he's one guy that we really haven't seen all that much of today.
Ray Van Penen, he hasn't gotten many carries on offense. He's been a monster on defense, getting tackle after tackle, exploding at the line of scrimmage. He's played a great game defensively, and he's also a very good running back. He had 8 touchdowns this season. He's only a sophomore.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Ball spotted on the 13.
So Van Penen came up short. They're going to call it 2nd and a short 2 from the 13-yard line. 15 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, give once again to Van Penen, and he has it, diving ahead to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Patriots. 11 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Patriots continue to rotate these running backs. They always have a fresh set of legs in there.
1st and goal.
Patriots have very good running backs. They have Pete DeSico, Toby DeTolo, and Ray Van Penen.
And the Patriots will elect to sit on it as time expires in the third quarter from Wayne Hills High School. It's the state sectional quarterfinal from Wayne Hills High School. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7 going into the start of the fourth quarter.
Highwaymen 7.
Good morning, everybody.
And as we're set to start the fourth quarter, I'm going to be joined once again by Chad Cutler and Dave Rogers.
Hey, how you doing, Cody? I was watching the third quarter from down on the sideline, and I am seeing pure intensity from both of these ball clubs right now. I mean, you have to believe with Wayne Hills about to strike, they have the upper hand, but I'm not really sure right now.
If you're just joining us, you tuned in at a great time. We're about to start the fourth quarter from Patriot Stadium. Wayne Hills and Teaneck tied at 7. Of course, the winner of today's game will go on and face the 9-0 Ramapo Green Raiders.
This is where the true champion must come out in Nick Warzel. If he considers himself an elite quarterback and a true leader on this team, he's going to have to go out there and he has to lead this team to victory, because I believe this entire fourth quarter rests on his shoulders.
So the Patriots and the Highwaymen season will come down to 12 minutes of football, tied at 7. Whoever wins today advances. Whoever loses goes home. Their seasons come down to right now. It'll be first and goal for the Patriots from the 6. Give Giampapa up the middle. He plows ahead near the goal line. He will get in. Touchdown. Show Giampapa on first and goal to give the Patriots a 13-7 lead. So Joe Giampapa continues to step up for the Patriots.
He's so strong, just keeps his legs moving. There's no one that's going to take him down if he just keeps running. Kept his feet moving, just drove in another 6 yards for another touchdown on the season.
Not the way you want to start out if you're Teaneck. Giampapa made them look like fools out there, plowing right down the middle of them. Wayne Hills now has the upper hand.
Warzel on to attempt the extra point, which will give the Patriots a 14-7 lead. Pete DeSico set to hold. The snap is good. The hold is down. Warzel's kick. Excellent kick. Splits the uprights. Wayne Hills has a 7-point lead over Teaneck. 14-7. 11:55 remaining in the third quarter from Wayne Hills High School.
This is what it comes down to right now. I mean, this is the fourth quarter playoff game. Winner plays arguably the best team in the playoffs. So I believe this is a real statement game. If Wayne Hills can pull this one out, they are in a very good position to maybe upset Ramapo and move even further.
Let's set up an overview of the North 1 Group 3 bracket. Ramapo, the number 1 seed, advanced over Passaic Valley yesterday afternoon by a score of 38-6. The winner of this game will go on to play Ramapo. And then on the other side of the bracket, number 3 Roxbury advanced over Paramus, who was the 6th seed, by a score of 21-6. And Demarest down Parsippany Hills. Demarest, of course, the 2 seed, by a score of 19-6. So Roxbury will play Demarest, and the winner of that game will play the winner of Ramapo and the winner of this game, if that made any sense.
Well, no, it didn't, Cody, but I think you could get the general idea of what you were saying. I would not be surprised if Wayne Hills maybe pulled out an onside kick here. Ballback, everything is looking good.
Warzel sets a kick off. O'Derrick Turner stands deep. Brian Gilbert returns it from the 5-yard line, takes it upfield across the 20. Brought down at the 22-yard line. The Patriots special teams continues to perform very well today.
I would expect the running back David Irish to get a heavy load right here. I would expect just non-stop pounding the football right down the Wayne Hills Patriots defense's heart. And we'll see, this is really to see how good this team is.
Teaneck really has to reestablish the one run, something they've gone away from in this second half. On first down, Williams back to pass, looking downfield, overthrows his receiver. That was number 86, O'Derrick Turner. Second down and 10.
they really have plenty of time, so it's no reason for Teaneck to abandon their running game.
Yeah, but Dave, what they're really trying to do right now, they want to get a quick score so they can get a quick stop on Wayne Hills, which will give them a lot of time on their next drive.
Illegal procedure against Teaneck.
That'll be an illegal procedure penalty against Teaneck.
No time for penalty because you're just shooting yourself right in the foot if you continue to do this.
Patriots will decline the penalty, 2nd down and 10. 11:43 remaining in the 4th quarter. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck by a score of 14-7. The 2nd and 10, Williams under center. Gives to Irish. Irish tries to cut it outside, runs into a wall of Patriots defenders, and is knocked down. No gain on the carry, 3rd down and 10.
It's the gang tackling I was talking about. Wayne Hill's doing a really good job. They got beat on a big pass, but they are doing a great job of successfully containing Irish in the run game.
Justin Dubin and Ray Van Peen in on tackle for the Patriots. Call it a gain of 1, 3rd down and 9 from their own 24 for Teaneck.
Now they're forced to throw the football here. This is not what they want to do. They want to be unpredictable.
On 3rd down, Williams rolls out, scrambles for his life. Nice block by number 5, complete to number 9. That's Michael Hansen on the sideline for the 1st down. Damian Williams showing his leadership ability.
Well, yeah, he is right there. I mean, avoiding the pressure completely and just delivering.
Actually, that was an incomplete pass, folks. He did not keep his toes inside the marker. This spells trouble for Teaneck because their special teams unit has been very poor today. They're getting really bad punts, not a lot of net yards. Wayne Hill's getting great field position. There's no reason they can't score another touchdown and basically put this game out of reach in the 4th quarter.
I don't know about you guys, but I thought Turner stayed in bounds, but he doesn't appear to be arguing the point, so it must be a good call by the refs. 4th down, Turner back to punt. A low kick bounces at exactly the 50. Takes a highwayman bounce. Will be down at the 36-yard line. 34-yard line, rather.
Hey, Cody, we have number 17 on Teaneck. He seems to be wobbling around a little bit. That could be a big loss. Daryl Thornton, the player's name. I'd like to hear how that turns out. I'll keep an eye. We'll talk to Grant Hill on the sideline and try to get that information up to you as soon as possible.
So after a huge stand for the Patriots defense, they take over 1st and 10 from their own 33, leading Teaneck by 7. 4:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter, rather. Nick Warzel brings the Patriots up to the line. Flags come in from all over. I have to imagine that that's illegal motion against the Patriots.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, that's an easy call for these refs to make.
It's the first time that's happened for the Patriots today. They have been using motion successfully so far, confusing the Teaneck defense. But for some reason, I think somebody moved a little too early and caused a false start.
That'll knock the Patriots back 5, bringing up 1st and 15 from the 28-yard line. First and 15. Patriots move 3 wide receivers into the slot. Give Ray Van Peen, and he's brought down in the backfield. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 15.
You know, if I'm Wayne Hills right now, I just do not convert all to the run. I think there's plenty of time left with 10-20. You have to go out there, and you have to try to get another score because, frankly, 1 touchdown is not enough to get this done.
Big play coming up here on 2nd and long. Wayne Hills needs to shorten up this 1st down yardage big time on this play.
2nd and 16, Toby DeTolo in at halfback. Pitch to DeTolo around the outside. He has some room, finds a hole, cuts upfield near the 1st down marker. Gain of 17 on the carry for Toby DeTolo, and that's a Patriot first down. DeTolo tackled at the 46-yard line.
And that's a smart run right there. Cuts it up when he sees the seam. Then downfield, reads his block, sees that the defender is being forced to the outside, cuts it straight up, gets that first down. That was just magnificent running by the senior, number 31, Toby DeTolo.
Coach Dave, I got a question for you right now. I mean, you're moving the football effectively running-wise. If you're Teaneck, do you send a lot of blitz packages at them?
There's no reason not to at this point.
Give up the middle, Toby DeTolo, and he runs into number 2, knocked back for no gain.
If you're Teaneck, you keep that pressure going because that's going to help against the run as far as stuffing the run. And also, Nick Wurzel seems to having trouble with the pressure on the passing routes. So if you're Teaneck, you keep bringing the pressure.
That's what I noticed. Teaneck was doing so well in the first half. Nick Wurzel was running for his life on every single play, and that forced him to make 2 costly interceptions, kept Teaneck in the ball game. I think they really have to go back to that. That was working well.
I agree, Cody.
2nd down and 10. Wurzel pitch to DeTolo. DeTolo tries to break it outside, not able to. Gain of 1 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Olsen just flips the first down play and does it to the opposite side, to the far side of the field. A toss to DeTolo. They're going to go 3 wide receivers here as Colin Wiseman checks into the game. Colin Wiseman had a big catch against Ramapo for a first down, having a solid senior year.
You know, one thing that surprised me about the Patriots today, we have not seen one catch, I believe, by Nick Romeo.
He's been shut down. Number 1, Brian Gilbert, doing a great job against them.
Wurzel gives to DeTolo. DeTolo tries to break it outside, knocked out of bounds 2 yards short of the first down marker. There's a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage.
I think this is going to come back to Cody.
I'm not sure. Teaneck might just decline this because it'll be 4th down. Wayne Hills is going to be forced to punt it away. Was on the Patriots, I do believe.
Have to imagine it's a holding penalty against Wayne Hills.
Just based on the spot of where the ball was thrown. It's a good assumption, Cody.
Flag right on the line of scrimmage. And it will be a false start against the Patriots. Teaneck will decline. 4th down and 2 for the Patriots. And they will be forced to punt.
If you're Van Peenan here, extremely important to make this an unreturnable ball. Out of bounds, line drive. Make it so Teaneck can't get a big play. It's too late in the game to risk something such as a return for a touchdown.
Van Peenan stands back at the 41-yard line. Gilbert and Turner set to return. Van Peenan gets it away. Turner calls for fair catch, lets it go, and this one will bounce out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Ray Van Peenan with another spectacular punt.
Textbook right there. Absolutely textbook. Mr. Everything, Ray Van Peenan, doing a great job today on offense, defense, and special teams.
Dave goes back to exactly what you said. He had to get it out of bounds, and he did just that.
Not only did he get it out of bounds, but it was a great punt down to the 10-yard line, I do believe. So he's going to make Teaneck go the distance on this set of downs.
Yeah, you're seeing Super Ray. He's just got it from every aspect of the game.
First and 10 for Teaneck from their own 10-yard line. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Williams gives up the middle. That's number 1, Brian Gilbert on the carry, gain of 4.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
Gilbert, a stocky 5'8", 175-pound running back and defensive back. Strong player, good legs, keeps his feet moving whenever he has the ball.
And you folks at home, you may be wondering, Chad, why aren't we doing any trivia questions? I'll tell you why. This is a playoff game. We feel like it's got enough excitement as it is. You don't need a trivia question to spice it up.
2nd and 6. Williams gives to Gilbert on the left side. Gilbert dives ahead about a yard short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Gilbert on the carry, brought down by Justin Dubin.
Folks, next week, should Wayne Hills hold it out for the next 7 minutes, 17 seconds, we will be at Ramapo on the sideline to bring you that game in the North 1 Group 3 state sectional semifinal.
Game on Friday, November 19th at Ramapo High School. I'm guessing it'll be a 7 o'clock start. Check your local listings. 3rd and 1, give to Gilbert. He has the first down and then some. Dives ahead, gain of 8 on 3rd down. First down for Teaneck.
Brian Gilbert on the carry.
Wayne Hills needs to come in with a big play to force Teaneck to move the ball through the air. That's important. Wayne Hills can drop Teaneck in the backfield on first down, maybe even second down. You need to force this Teaneck team to throw the ball because they haven't been having much success today.
First and 10 for the Highwaymen from their own 28-yard line. They trailed the Patriots by 7. 6:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. Give up the middle to Gilbert. Dives ahead. Gain of 1 on the carry. Second down.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know, at this stage of the game, it's pretty likely the officials are going to let a lot of things go here. They do not want to impact who wins this game.
Absolutely correct, Chad. The officials are going to try very hard not to have an impact in the outcome of this game, and they're going to let a lot more plays go. You might see some holding and some blocks in the back that won't be called this late in the game. It's 6 minutes left, folks.
2nd down and 8. Ball spotted on the Teaneck 30-yard line. Williams under center, I form. Williams drops back to pass, being chased around. Ball complete to number 9 on the near sideline, near the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. That was number 9, Michael Hansen, on the catch.
Mike Hansen on the pass reception.
And there's a flag in the backfield. I saw some clipping blocking the back. I guess they would call it down there. I didn't see a flag earlier. I'm guessing that's what the call is.
You had to have seen that coming, folks. I mean, he was scrambling all over the place. The offensive linemen were just scrambling, just trying to pick off a Wayne Hills defensive lineman who was about to sack their quarterback. And that's the result. You get a 10-yard penalty for holding.
Number 61, Mo Petracco, number 20, Toby DiTolo were right in there for the sack. And then all of a sudden, they were taken out of the play. It had to be a holding. Great call by the refs.
This is what I was talking about now, though. You got Teaneck, in about a 2nd down and 18, I think, I believe. They're going to be forced to air the ball out. This is exactly what you want to force the Teaneck defense to do. And actually, it's a 2nd down and 25 because it is 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Well, this is going to be tough right now because this basically eliminates the whole running game at Teaneck. They're going to have to pull probably 2 solid passing plays out of this, and it's going to be tough because Wayne Hills is looking for it.
2nd and 25. Give to Gilbert. Gilbert cuts it back upfield. Brought down at the 16-yard line. Gain of 6 on 2nd down. That'll bring up 3rd and 19.
Then again, what do I know? I've only been doing this for 30-some-odd years.
Interesting play call there. 3rd and about 20 now. And 3rd and 18, I'm not sure why Teaneck ran the ball there, especially now. There's only 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, Dave, I don't like that call at all. You have to throw the football. I mean, this is playoff time. This is no season. They have found the playoff berth. They're in a very close game. They have to get some yards.
3rd and 18 from the 18. 5 minutes remaining in this ball game. Williams out of the shotgun. Williams back to pass under pressure. Incomplete, intended for Brian Gilbert, in and out of his hands. And Teaneck will be forced to punt. The Patriots should have excellent field position.
I think Joe Giampapa might have heard the play call from within the Teaneck huddle. He was all over that, saw the check down route, scouted right out there. Didn't matter if the Teaneck player caught the ball because he was going to get hit immediately by Joe Giampapa. Great playing right there.
Well, Derek Turner stands back inside his own 10-yard line, set to punt on 4th and 18. Pete DeSico and Toby DiTolo stand at the Patriot 45-yard line, set to return the punt. Low snap. Turner gets the punt off. Goes off Toby DiTolo, and he'll dive on it at the 50-yard line. Smart play by the senior captain.
That one gets the blood rushing. Heads up play to recover his own fumble, but that would have been a bad play. Should have Teaneck recovered that fumble.
Yeah, Cody, you hit the nail on the head. You got to just dive on that. Very smart play. I mean, you made the misfortune of fumbling the ball. Just dive on it. Don't try to be Superman over there.
I didn't want to say it before, guys, but the fumble that the Patriots lost, Toby DiTolo was right there, tried to pick it up and run with it. He learned from his mistakes. And you know what? The one before didn't really matter. Nothing came out of it for Teaneck. Great play by Toby DeTolo. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 50. Give to DeTolo up the middle, brought down at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
DeTolo on the carry.
And guys, we have 4:30 to play. 4th quarter. Wayne Hill's up by 7. This is going to be extremely important to see how they handle this offensive possession. You got to be somewhat aggressive. You got to go for some first downs and kill as much clock as you possibly can.
49.
Be 2nd and 11 for the Patriots from their own 49. 4 minutes remaining in this ball game. Give to DeSico up the middle, tries to break it, not able to. Knocked back, loss of 1 on the carry.
This is big now. Hills has a 3rd and 12. This is going to be an interesting play call. Does Olsen try to go in the air and perhaps win this thing with a first down? Or will he? I would play it safe here and run the football.
Completely agree with you. Go with the shotgun formation, but just run the little draw. Maybe give it to Giampapa with his sure hands strong. You don't do anything special here. There's 3:30. You can run the clock down to about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to give Teaneck very little time.
Warzel hangs on to it, complete to Giampapa in the flat. Giampapa shakes a tackle, tries to cut it back to the middle of the field, still on his feet, dives ahead for the first down. Joe Giampapa, relentless, picks up the first down for the Patriots.
That was the most phenomenal play I have ever seen Joe Giampapa move. That was unbelievable moves, unbelievable smarts. Read his blocks. That was the best play I think I've seen him ever have in his high school career.
Well, yeah, Dave, Cody, he actually fought for around 5 extra yards. He realized the magnitude of this game and the magnitude of this situation. There's 3 minutes left now. Wayne Hills has a full drive going on 1st and 10.
Just hold on to the ball now. That's their main point of concern, to hold on to the ball.
1st and 10, give up the middle, Pete DeSico. Hangs on to the ball, dives ahead, a gain of 4, maybe 5 on the carry. Good job by Pete DeSico to cover the ball.
Absolutely great play by Pete DeSico. Just drives his legs, keeps that ball close to his chest and high. No fumbles. That's the main point here.
Pete DeSico not trying to do anything special, just running north to south, moving the ball, keeping the clock moving, and most importantly, hanging on to the football. 2:32 remaining in this ball game. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck by a score of 14-7. A Patriots win will set up a rematch with rival Ramapo next Friday.
Cody, I just want to make a point. Michael Culver, number 4 on Teaneck, is being escorted off the field. It appears he got a little knee injury there, and our deepest concerns go out to him.
Time winding down, 2:15 remaining, 2nd and 6. Give to DeTolo. DeTolo up the middle, picks up a yard or 2 on the carry, 3rd down. And Teaneck will use their 2nd timeout.
That's a great play. Wayne Hills is still getting positive yardage while running the clock down, forcing Teaneck to use their valuable timeouts. This is all you could ask for if you're the Wayne Hills offense coordinator.
Another first down should clinch it for the Patriots.
Well, this is what it comes down to now. What does Coach Olsen call? Does he call a run and waste some more time? Or does he go for that? I think I'd go for the first down, guys. I'd go for the play action.
If I'm Olsen right now, reverse to Ray Van Benen might be a guaranteed first down on this play. Teaneck is set on a play action. They're not going to pick up on the reverse. If they run this, it could be ball game.
Wayne Hills leads Teaneck 14-7, 2:09 remaining in the 4th quarter. State sectional quarterfinal.
It's an awful long time out. While we have a moment, I'd just like to say, if this is our last game, which it doesn't look like it will be, but if it is, great job of the officiating crew all year long going into right now. Fantastic.
3rd down and 3. This crowd really into it. 3rd and 3 from the Highwayman 31. Give. Nick Warzel's going to hang on to it. Has the first down and then some. Gets tackled at the 6-yard line, and that should wrap it up. Nick Warzel with a great play on 3rd down and 3.
How about Coach Olsen's play calling? That's the reason this man has 144 career wins, and he's going to have to make it 145 career wins. That was an unbelievable play call on the fake run up the middle with Joe Giampapa, bootleg with Nick Warzel.
You know, we're guessing a run up the middle, a reverse to Van Peen, a play action. I don't think anybody in this entire stadium was expecting Nick Warzel to take the little bootleg and run for 16 yards.
Well, with that, Warzel has surely astounded himself as the quarterback and leader of this team.
Give up the middle, Ray Van Peen dives ahead inside the 5, tackled at the 3-yard line. Clock continues to move. Minute and 40 seconds remaining. Wayne Hills leads by 7.
I'm not certain, but we could see a little victory formation here out of Wayne Hills.
Travis Warren on the tackle.
Patriots continue to let the clock wind down. A minute and 24 seconds left.
Second and goal on the 4.
Second and goal from the 4-yard line.
We got a minute and 18 left. Everything is in Wayne Hill's favor right now.
Warzel brings the Patriots up to the line. 3-man backfield, the big set. Toby DiTolo, the halfback. Giampapa and Gibson, the fullbacks. Minute 5 remaining. Second down, give to DiTolo. Dives ahead, reaches out. Brought down at the 2-yard line.
DiTolo on the carry.
Keep pounding away now. No reason to go in that victory formation. In fact, if I'm Wayne Hills, give it to Joe Giampapa. He deserves it. Let him wrap his arms around that ball, keep his legs moving, and drive one into the end zone.
Teaneck still with 1 timeout remaining. 37 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Wayne Hills leads by 7, 14-7. Third and goal from the 2. Warzel under center. Giampapa, Gibson, and DiTolo in the backfield. Warzel gonna take it himself, dives across the line of scrimmage, across the plane of the end zone, and that should wrap it up. Wayne Hills now leads 20-7 with 22 seconds remaining in this ball game.
That's ball game, folks. Nick Warzel reaches over the goal line, lays out. He wanted that touchdown. Smart playing another bootleg to end the drive, and it's 27 Wayne Hills within an extra point impending.
Oh, yeah, he is just a hero. He has got to feel great right now. He single-handedly won the game for him.
Warzel on to attempt another extra point. DeSico set to hold. An extra point would give the Patriots a 21-7 lead. The hold is down. Warzel's kick is no good, but there is a flag on the play.
Oh, there was a cheap shot there, Cody.
Kick is no good.
Joe Giampapa is hurt.
There's just no room for that at this point of the game. There's no room for cheap shots.
Not sure about the call. I think we might be reattempting the extra point.
So not only will Teaneck march out of here without the win, but they will march out of here without their dignity. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Teaneck.
Well, I told you, Cody. I mean, he just blatantly went up to, I can't see the numbers. What I do know is it was just an absolute cheap shot. And there's no room for that. You know you're going to lose. Show some sportsmanship out there.
Personal foul on Teaneck. I don't know what happened. Some words exchanged. Either way, the ref saw the call, made the correct call. Officiating crew did an absolutely incredible job today.
Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. 22 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Wayne Hills leads Teaneck by a score of 20-7. And should the Patriots hold on, which at this point it looks like they definitely will, we'll have a rematch with Ramapo next Friday night.
This is the dream matchup if you're Wayne Hills. A rematch on Ramapo's turf in front of all the lights for probably the biggest game of the season, the sectional semifinal, to see if they can go to Giant Stadium and win another state championship. There could be nothing. You couldn't ask for more if you're the Wayne Hills football players right now.
Well, I know we're going to be hearing whispers all over the country on is John Hine going to be able to play in that game. We don't have any answers now, but we will by next week.
Janan had a big touchdown in the first meeting with Ramapo. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on the field in time for next Friday night's state sectional semifinal in the North 1 Group 3 bracket. As far as for the bottom half of the bracket, it looks like Demarest will cruise to the Giant Stadium sectional final.
Will kick off from the
Playing
45
Roxbury
yard
next
line
Friday night.
of
Roxbury, the
Teaneck.
6th seed. Demarest, the 2 seed.
Roxbury not going to be a challenge for Demarest, I can guarantee you that. And Demarest will play the Ramapo Wayne Hills winner for the sectional final at Giant Stadium. It should be a great, great final, no matter who gets there.
Well, guys, I will say this. It's great to see all the Teaneck fans sticking around over there. True hearts right there in their football program.
Warzel set to kick off from the Highwayman 45-yard line. He should easily be able to put this one through the field goal post.
Oh, he's going to squib it.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So Teaneck will start at the 20-yard line, first down and 10.
That was awesome. Nick Warsaw has a boot. How come he can't do that when we kick field goals? It's a great kick. He's got a great leg. Team leader showed it today.
22 seconds remaining in the game.
You know, guys, I'm really happy. Nick Warzel worked so hard to get to this point, and he's played phenomenally today when he had to step up the most for the Patriots.
It's really great to see a kid comes in his junior year, struggles a little bit, fights through all the adversity, and makes big plays in big games, and that's what he's done all year. He played a great game against Ramapo, threw 3 touchdown passes, and he's playing a pretty good game today. Had a couple interceptions, but fought through in that final drive to run one into the end zone.
22 seconds remaining, first and 10. Teaneck with the ball. Williams scrambles to his right near the sideline. First down and then out of bounds. Time winding down, 16 seconds remaining.
Why prolong this is beyond me. I'd say get in the locker room, get an emotional speech, and work on next year.
That's what Teaneck has to look forward to next year. A lot of seniors on this team, though. Not so sure how much success they might have next year.
First down, Teaneck.
16 seconds remaining. Teaneck trails the Patriots by a score of 20-7. First and 10 from their own 30.
Wayne Hill's going to go into their big prevent defense. Just don't want Teaneck to get any big plays.
Williams back to pass. Flag on the play. He's looking downfield. Ball in and out of the hands of Kyle Kavanaugh. 9 seconds remaining on the clock.
Intended for O'Derrick Turner. Broken up by Kyle Kavanaugh.
Penalty, not sure what the call was, but it will go against Teaneck.
I wanted to see Kavanaugh intercept that so that Wayne Hills could go into their fabled victory formation.
Williams tried one last desperation pass, tried to force it in to O'Derrick Turner. 3 Patriots defenders right there. Toby DiTolo, Nick Romeo, and Kyle Kavanaugh.
Cody, I'm wondering, do you have the stats for this? You probably don't, but when was the last time Wayne Hills did play a day game?
I'm not really sure, but all the home games since I've been here, the 3 years I've been doing games here, have been at night.
You're not going to believe this, guys, but I know the last time Wayne Hills played
now
a
that I
home
think
day
about
game.
it, Ramapo.
The North 1 Group 3 final.
And time has expired. Wayne Hills will play Ramapo next Friday as they down the Teaneck Highwaymen by a score of 20-7 here at Patriot Stadium. Really, it was just a great win for the Patriots. Nick Warzel stepped up when he had to. The defense played great. The offense played great. A solid victory for the Patriots to put them against Ramapo next Friday.
Played better than they could have ever expected. Defeated one of the toughest teams in the state in Teaneck, who plays in a fabulous league in the state. And now, folks, it's go time. It's big time. Friday night, we'll be there, folks. We're going to bring you the game from Ramapo Stadium for Wayne Hills Ramapo in the North 1 Group 3 state sectional semifinal.
Oh, yeah, it was a great effort by Wayne Hills, but don't look too fast because you're going up against a much better Ramapo team next week.
Teaneck ends their season with a final record of 5-4. Wayne Hills moves to 8-2, and they go on to play Ramapo, who stands at 9-0 next Friday night. For Dave Rogers, Chad Cutler, John Pobanz, Dave Suntup, and the rest of the Wayne Hills TV crew, I'm Cody Chrusciel signing off.